before done this, not in my apartment. That's why I don't have right now the microphone and the camera and all of the setup. But I still wanted to do this. I still wanted to talk to you. And this is actually very interesting. I hope you won't mind if I'm gonna be eating and actually also saying something. I think you will, and I don't think I will fully be eating, but yeah. I've thought about this for a long time because we have, I feel like, expectations toward everything. Toward the test we're gonna make, towards like, right now, I'm packing the yogurt, not successfully, might I add. And I have expectations to how will it taste. And also, are you one of those people that just like lick this thing? Because I am. Okay, my expectations were much more higher for this yogurt, but it's like with live bacteria for better something, you know. And so even on this example, I had expectations for this yogurt, didn't I? I thought in my mind that it would be like, it would have been different for everyone. Like, it's with blueberry, and maybe you have your own experience with blueberry. Some people hate it, some people love it, and you'd be like, oh, this is just gonna be such a yummy yogurt if you love blueberry. If you hate it, you'd be like, no, it won't be. Like, no, it won't be. Why did I buy it? Oh my god. Okay. No, it's a very specific taste. What I mean by specific is as though it has expired, even though it didn't. I checked the dates. But whatever. We have expectations toward everything. I cannot think of area of life where we don't have expectations to. And I think it's a very interesting topic about what expectations you have for people, because on one hand you have to have them, right? You have to have like expectations or the way you want a person to treat you, because that is like, if you won't have any expectations, a person could treat you badly and you're like, okay, I didn't expect anything better, you know. Or, I mean, I'm not gonna give you a positive side of this because I don't know, because I think mostly just negative. When you are completely unaware of how you want to be treated. No, see, this is very interesting because you can know the how, you can know how you want to be treated, but do you have to have expectations towards people? So, are those my expectations if I want a person to treat me this way, in like friendship or relationship? Or, I mean, you have expectations towards everything. You know, you go to a job interview and you have expectations there also. You're just like, okay, they will love me, they will hate me, they will do this, they will do this, they will do this, you know. We have expectations there also. And so, what I'm thinking right now, because I haven't researched this topic, I'm just like blurring it all out and just thinking with you. And I think this bacterial yogurt won't help, I think. So, can I have just like standards or the way I want to be treated without having expectations of someone? So, for example, I'm meeting with a new person and we're becoming friends, and they treat me in a way that is not normal for me. You know, I could set out like standards. I want a person to be consistent in communication with me. I want a person to do this and this and this. I mean, not I want, it's just the way I feel valued, the way I feel heard, the way I feel important and kind of not dismissed. So for each person it's gonna be a different thing. And I have these things in my head, right? So it's very, very easy to just start expecting it from a person. Because while I'm talking to you, I should, like, I want to be treated this way, so you should be doing that. Like, I want to be treated this way, so I expect this from you. And it's the same paradox as like, people show love in the way that they can, and you cannot force them to give you more. So for example, if you feel like this person isn't giving you what you want, or like doesn't show care in the way that you want, maybe is there 100%, you know, maybe what you see like this, for them it's their this, they cannot give you more, they show love in a different way, they show these things in a different way. And I have all these things, right? Let's take me as an example. Why not? I have all these things. I have, for example, 3 negotiable rules in, let's say, building friendship. So I meet a new person, it's a great girl or guy or a group of people, and I need to be heard. If I'm not gonna be heard, if I will be feeling like I'm just saying something for them to dismiss it or to just say whatever they want, it won't be nice. I will not feel valued. So I need to be heard and understood. So I think heard and understood could be under one category. Yeah, so this. I want to be valued. So I don't know how realistic these are. I think I have a lot of things that are important for me, but let's just keep on these ones. Valued, what I mean in that way, I don't even know. I don't even know how to describe the feeling or how a person could show that they value me. They spend their time with me. You know, there are quirks about each person. And some people need time alone, some people need reassurance, some people need this and this and this and this and this. And so I think people show that they care about you, that they value you, when they go out of their head and not like their head, but they go out their way, maybe not even, they just try hard to understand you. So for example, you just once said them that I want to be alone in this moment, and they do not bother you, so they respect that. Or you said that in these situations you feel insecure and you would like reassurance, and they do that. So these things, when people actually show that they value you by doing something, by their actions. And third one, I don't know, let's take, it's not even my true set of these things, but let's say curiosity. So 3 things. Curiosity, like if a person is curious in my life, they are a curious person overall, they, you know, interested and curious in me, in my life, because if they're not, what, like, I'm not like saying what we're gonna be talking about, but it's a very important component, because then I'm gonna just be telling you a story and you won't reply to me, or like, why would I, you know? So I think, let's take this 3 components, right? And I have them, and I want to be treated this way. So this is non-negotiable for me, for example. And I start talking to a person, let's call her Alice. And Alice is a very, very specific person. She has a very specific type of communication. And, well, I don't feel hurt with Alice, right? She doesn't, I don't know, that there's something about her communication that just makes me feel bad about myself. And the reason why there's something in that communication that makes me feel bad about myself, not because Alice is bad, not because Alice is like the most evil person, the most vicious person on earth. No, that's the way Alice communicated whole her life, you know. She just never communicated with a person who has this specific set of 3 things that she values. And what we do, I think, unintentionally, and what harms each relationship and what keeps us in a healthy relationship for a long, long time, is that we have these standards that I just named, like 3 negotiables, for example, and much, much more, and we bring into a relationship before I even started, like into a friendship before I even like got conquered, or like there's no concrete for the friendship, it just started, and you already bring all these bricks to build something, but the concrete is still wet. It just will be like a mush or something, like I don't know, mashed potatoes. It won't stick. You just bring all these heavy, bricks with yourself, right? And you just like put them there and they fall apart because there is a time and place for these things. And that is what I think we do wrong. We bring all these expectations into a friendship and or like any relationship or a relation with people, and like I need this and 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 this, and the person is like, whoa, you are expecting all of this from me? And newsflash, if you didn't know, wait, let me take a chair to put my legs on. And the flash news is that you will never meet a person who meets all your standards, right? And you can go ahead and try to change them, and you can go ahead and do all these things, but there won't be a person, and you are just in your own head struggling because you brought all of these expectations, and nothing is building. Nothing is building. That person is not helping you put these bricks on because the concrete is still wet. You're like, are you insane? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And then you get offended when they say like, are you insane or something? And this is so interesting that we have these standards and we not keep them within ourselves. To be just, okay, I need this, I need this, I need this. If that doesn't meet my requirements, I just, like, if that doesn't happen, if I don't see this, I don't know, output from that person, I will do, well, nothing. I'll do nothing. I will try to change them. I will, bring even more expectations. No. I think that is the worst mistake that we do, and I think it's so unintentional, because I don't even know what to put it in metaphor to like these expectations, but they should be within you. You should look at the situation, you're like, okay, this person doesn't treat me right, good, I like one less person to focus on, let's go search, not search because it sounds desperate, but let's just move on and be open to new meetings with new people. That's all. But what we mostly do, we bring these expectations into the beginning of a relationship, the beginning of friendship, beginning of any relation. We put them on our backs. We get tired of carrying them. But we get attached to a person. So we can drop these expectations, because yeah, you can drop them, but then you feel horrible. You feel so horrible because you will not be treated the way that you want. You will actually miss that backpack, but that backpack brings you pain, but you also miss it, and you just like, what is how is it even the dissonance of it, dissonance, just I don't know, even know, is it dissonance? Yeah, I was right. So it's kind of dissonance, you want this, but you want this, but you want this, but the backpack hurts you, but without backpack you know. The problem is we get attached to people very fast. It's very hard to build relations with people without getting attached, and I think there's not some truth to it. Yeah, there's for sure truth to it. But most people don't get attached in a healthy way, unfortunately, and they struggle because especially situationships start off very high, like it's fireworks. You just like, wow, this person is so good, wow, this person is so interesting, wow, this person is so great, even though they don't meet any of my criteria. I would put aside all my criteria, all my standards, just for them, because they're so good. And that person is also like, oh wow, this person is so good, but then you get used to each other. And the one from you who has more avoidant attachment style, more avoidant tendency, will just step back, and the one who has more anxious attachment style, or like less avoidant attachment style, will be like, wait, what just happened? We had fun, we were Like, we had such a good dynamic. What happened? Why are we here? Why am I making one step forward and 3 steps back? It's always 1 step forward and 3 steps back. It's not even the melody. Okay, no, but what is the melody like? It's always 1 step forward and 3 steps back. No, the first part, right? Wait. It's always 1 step forward and 3 steps back. And the love of your life until I make you mad. No, it's still not the melody, even though I've like written what I think, right? And so yeah, you like, what happened? Like, we had this amazing dynamic, and now you are turning like away from me. What? Why? You know, and in that case, when you get used to a person, when you attach yourself to a person, when that person becomes your best friend, when that person knows everything about you, and you used to like talk each day, whether texting or really like, you know, communicate so often, and then that person is like, or just it's very good when people actually say straightforwardly when they like something, like, for example, I want to talk less frequently or something. But more often for people, it's easier to just do nothing, just withdraw gradually. And for the other person, this is the most painful experience, to just like watch the person you got attached to so fast, the person who you just open up to so quickly, this fireworks that you had. It's so painful for them to watch it wither. But for that person, it's too much. For that person, it's just, they're afraid that they have their own issues. They are afraid of different things. They also go through something, but it's much easier for them to just withdraw because there was too much. These fireworks were for too long, and they were too much. And then in that moment, you would start like, if you both got attached to each other and you're still open to somewhat communication, you start bringing in that backpack, you start opening it up. And if you are a straightforward person or like open in communication, you will be saying, I need this, I need this, I need this. And that person is like, we just spent the entire time talking and communicating and having this friendship without all these things. But why are they there right now? And they never disappeared for you. They were always like hanging in your backpack, but you just decided to put off a backpack because you wanted to ride a roller coaster with that person, because you wanted to do this and this and this, and now it is a roller coaster. But sure, you can withdraw these expectations that you have. Go ahead, withdraw them. But then you won't be you. And it's like a vicious circle. Because imagine talking to a person for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and then the firework period just stops, and they are like, I don't like the way you communicate. Funnily enough, you were okay with it for 3 months. Or, I'd like you to do this, or this, or this, or this, or this. So it's very confusing for you and for that person also, because they were okay with talking to you the way that it were, the way that it was, and now you're suddenly demanding something else. But also it's strange for you because you feel so dismissed, you feel like your standards are not met, and sorry, but it's our own fault, because we cannot bring these expectations when the concrete is still bad. We cannot build a house of a relationship with other person when our concrete is still wet. It won't be a house. I'm sorry, it won't be a house. It will be just like a kid's playground, like a mushy something. I don't know. It won't be like this. So it's very healthy not to bring these expectations into any relationship with anyone. You just have your expectations here. You are in this dynamic with a person, and you try sometimes to like look from the side, to reflect. Are they doing this? Are they doing this? Are my needs getting met? If not, say goodbye and that's all. Yeah, sure, there are situations when you have to talk to that person, you have to clarify everything. You know, at that stage where, I don't know, you both want to communicate about it, and you could gently say that I don't feel okay in this situation because of this and this and this, and I would be feeling much better if you do this and this and this. But it also shouldn't be like I don't feel comfortable here because of something that you did, and you could change it by doing this. No, it's you know, if you constantly need reassurance and you tell it to your friend or something, because there are friends, oh my god, how many friends I have that I just text them something and they do not reply me back for like a week, and I'm okay with that. You know, but if I weren't, I think it would be very healthy to say that you know, I feel bad, like it makes me feel bad when I just tell you about something for like 3 minutes, just tell you about my day, and you just read it and you say nothing. Makes me feel worthless, you know, and just please in these moments just I don't know, say something, say like anything. I mean, you know, it's very stupid. It looks stupid just like from this, because it's a conversation with a person, and it really depends on, maybe the person doesn't like to text, maybe it's okay for a person to you know, not reply for long, maybe you just have a little bit of an anxious attachment style, which is fine also, because a lot of people have unhealthy attachment styles, and it's just communication, it just work. But if you're gonna be telling a person gently, I want this and I will be working on this also in the meantime, but please, I need reassurance from you in this. It will make me feel better. And after time, after you say all these things to them, they do not change, take a step back. Just look around and see if that's actually something that you not want, but whether it's something that fulfills you. Because I think a lot of us can look at people as projects. So there could be a person who is so confusing, that is so broken, that we think that we can fix them. It's like a savior complex kicks in. We think we can fix them. We think that they will open up to us much more than to other people. And also this is dopamine of like, if that is somewhere in a community, other people are seeing that you're talking, and you're like, no, that person opens up to me so much, you know, and this and this and this and this, and then you stuck with a broken record, and you try to fix it and communicate, but the person doesn't want to. Then you start to bring in the expectation. You start to tell this person, I don't like that you do this, I don't like that you do this, I don't like that you do this. I don't like that you do this and this and this and this and this. And the person is like, whoa, where have it been before? Like, where was it? Where was it before? I'm sorry, you know? So, I think it's important to communicate not your expectations, but your standards and the way you want to be treated. And I'm sorry, but expectations will alter a little bit in any relationship. maybe even more positively so. Maybe you thought that you don't deserve to be treated this way, and you meet a person who treats you amazing. You meet a friend who makes you laugh and listens and makes you valued, and you're like, oh my god, the whole package. I like that I just listed 3 qualities, and I'm like, the whole package. Yeah. So something like this. And I think it's very important not only not bringing it into a relationship, but also don't bring it into your work. I mean, I don't know, like work, but in the art you create. So for example, you have a passion for writing songs and making songs, and you just released a song, and you have expectations for it. Okay, if it's not gonna get like 1,000 likes, I'm not gonna do another song. No. Or if this video won't sorry, if this video won't gain like 1,000 views, I'm not gonna upload any other video. I think it's very healthy to have expectations, or maybe not. Wait, maybe I will change my mind, alter it dramatically, drastically. Oh, okay, my phone is at 20%. I think we're gonna have expectations regardless. I can tell you it's not the best way, but I think we will always have them. And the most important thing is not to bring it into the thing itself. So you made something in art, and you don't bring it into it, and just let go of expectations. Let go of expectations. I think it's the easiest thing to do, like to say, like let go of expectations. How do you actually do this? How do you let go of something that you expect? With art, I don't know how it's people, but with art, I think it's very important to know that the outcome doesn't, like, you could have influenced the outcome while you were working on the project. The moment you release it into the world, the outcome of how we're gonna perform is not up to you. Sure, you could buy some ads and you can do these things and these things, but most of the time it's not under your control. So just let it go. It's like a child. It walks into its own world, and other people will I don't know, behave towards their own way. Some people will like it, some people won't. Who cares? You know, who cares? Okay, there are just like people passing by in this. I'm in this, I don't even know how to say it. It's like, you know, Italian kind of thing, and it's like rounded, and there are like people, and they have clothes hanging here, and you know, it's very beautiful. It's very like old, but it's very beautiful. Yeah, and there's just like people passing by here. Okay, I don't know, it's just very beautiful concept of the building. Yeah. And what was I talking about before I started referring to Italian little, I don't even know how to say it. Wait. I think I've heard it. Courtyard. But I'm not sure whether it's a courtyard. Here it's like, you know, little courtyards like rounded, and they're also like building going like around this like. Okay, nevertheless. The last thing I remember, which I told you about, is like all expectations, and also with relationship with people. Relationship with people is much more harder than this. I cannot just tell you that the outcome doesn't depend on you. There are 2 people working there. The outcome definitely kind of dependent on how you act and how mature you are in your own sayings, and how mature is that person, whether they're ready to you know, work on things. So I think I've told you everything that I right now think of this expectations. I think it's unfair to come into any relationship with people and have expectations, because it shadows your perspective of other person. It makes it hard for you to see what the other person is like, because you are just looking at them through perspective of they're not who I want them to be. Like, it's very easy for you to name their cons, but when we're gonna be talking about pros. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard to see it. It's hard to like what went wrong, especially when we start talking to a person who we knew for a long time and we have some kind of idea painted in our head about that person, and we understand that this is not it. It's like the picture I had in my head and the actual person are two different things, and I just am stuck with my expectations about that person or romanticization of that person, and I just look at them constantly and I think, oh my gosh, this is not the person that I had in my mind. Oh my gosh, this is not the person it's horrible, and I found myself in this situation where I brought so many unnecessary expectations, and I just started, like, that person started irritating me because that person didn't meet them, and it's so unfair to them because they are their own person. And it would be so unfair if someone would like come into friendship with me and they would expect this and this and this. No, I am who I am. You don't change me. I am who I am. You should let go of your expectations and like look at me not from shadow point of view of your expectations, shadowing and like blurring who I actually am. You just have to spend the time actually getting to know the person. Have these standards, having time, getting to know that person, and let go of these expectations. Because you're not gonna make someone the expectations you have if the person is totally opposite of who you have in your head, and you just understand that you spent the last few months talking to them and you have so much history and there's so much things it could be, and but you cannot let go of your expectations, or the person doesn't want to work on something, or just let it go on and be available so the other right person would come your way, and that's all. Because it's unfair. It's totally unfair. If someone would be in a friendship with me and we would be like, I don't know, for 6 months we would be talking, great, and then they're like, you know what? Actually, I don't like your jokes. I'd like you to joke less. Actually, I don't like that you're so loud. I don't like that you're so energetic. Maybe we can somehow work on it. Or I don't like this. I don't like, maybe it's not in the way that, because a person could have an expectation of someone more quiet, like, oh, I want my friend to be quieter, and then I'm not. And they're like, okay, I need you to be quieter. And I'm like, dude, we've been talking for a long time. What changed now? So it's frustrating to the person who is hearing these expectations through it's not healthy and not normally like conveyed to a person. It's more like a crazy rant, like, oh, I felt this and this and this and that hurts me and this hurts me, and this person's like, whoa, let's take a step back. Or some people could be like, no, I don't want to take a step back, but my stomach feels better from this. I feel like a lot of bacteria, healthy live bacteria are in the stomach working, doing something amazing. So yeah. So I think it's unfair. I think we'll always have expectations, but sometimes we just have to understand that this is unfair, and not only to another person, but to us. And it won't build a lasting relationship, in my opinion. Everything I say here is my opinion. I'm not sure if it's right. The only thing I finished is graduating high school a few years ago. So I do not hold a master's degree in anything. Neither would I. Oh, maybe I would want to hold a master's degree in like psychology. I don't know. We'll think about that. Thank you for listening and being with me, and I'm sorry if the sound is horrible because it's like echoey in here because of the ceilings are 3 times my height. Yeah, I'm gonna finish eating this yogurt, and you have an amazing day, you have an amazing weekend. Don't let your expectation get in the way of amazing things. I love you, and Jesus loves you, and also At the end of each video, I like to give a hug to you guys, and if you feel uncomfortable with that, just turn off the video now. Also, it's so weird not like giving a hug to my camera, but giving a hug to my phone, but whatever.